Hi traders, good morning. This is Chris Forsick from Elite Currency with an update on the euro dollar and pound dollar, our analysis for the rest of April basically. So let's take a look at the charts right now. This is the euro dollar weekly chart, and we see something interesting. Three very bullish candles in a row on a weekly chart, with the previous week basically maybe the most bullish one, or the second best one in fact, but there's no selling pressure at all. There's no weakness in this up move. So that's definitely a bullish impulse on the weekly chart. And that's very interesting observation right there, because that's indicating that the upside is even stronger than I suspected at this 117 support zone. So we still have exactly 5 days left. Friday the 30th of April is the last day of this month. So far, this monthly candle is looking very strong, but as I said, we still have a full week left, so we have to see. But this is looking like bullish engulfing twins at the moment. In any case, we definitely got that very strong bounce at the 38.2 fib, and I think with this momentum in play, it's probably going to go further. I do think that this is more and more likely that this is a wave A and a B, or even just an uptrend right there. Let's take a look at the lower time frames for the moment. So I suspected a bearish bounce at the 61.8 fib. Here we go. And I thought that this tag counted as a 61.8 fib, but it didn't. It broke higher. So what I suspected on Wednesday didn't actually happen, because I was looking for a bearish ABC. Well, certain degree, yes, we had an ABC, but of course my target was way lower. I was aiming for 118.50 because I thought there could be a bigger ABC like this that could take price to the 50 or the 61.8 fib even. That particular target was way off, of course, so that was certainly not correct, and incorrect. I can consider incorrect. The pattern itself, slightly correct in the sense that there was an ABC pattern here, but just didn't go that deep. So this is probably not a wave B, but a wave 4 of some type, and the uptrend even catching me off guard in the sense that the uptrend was stronger than I suspected, because it respected the 21 EMA zone. And I guess that's a learning lesson for me, and maybe for all of us, that shows how strong a trend can be sometimes. Specifically when you see the overall uptrend, of course, on higher time frames too. So this could be a wave 1, 2. We talked about this being a wave 3, then a 4, and we talked about a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 within 5, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 5 within blue 5. That might have to be corrected to incorporate the current higher high, right? So we have probably wave 1, 2. This is probably a 3. We're in a 4 here, and now we're in that 5, I suspect. So looking at the hourly chart, it looks like we're in a wave 3 at this moment. So I don't expect a strong bounce. What I expect here is a bull flag pattern to emerge throughout Monday, and then I think there should be a continuation breakout for another high to maybe 121.50, maybe even higher. Let's take a look at the daily chart again. Put the fib from here to here. There we go. And maybe push higher towards the 78.6 fib. I must admit that I'm not sure if this is a wave A of a bigger wave B, or whether something else is going on. I will have to give you an update on Wednesday, because I think it's unclear at this moment. I think this is a very clear ABC. This is, I thought, a wave A of a bigger ABC up, and then this would be a B like this. I'm not sure at this moment because of this very strong upside. But in any case, I think that at this moment, looking at lower time frames, the wave 4 pattern down to the 20 MA, back to the broken tops, and a bounce up is likely. And that, I think, is the most important for now. We'll take away this fib, go back to the hourly chart, and I'm looking for basically a wave 3, 4 pattern. This is a wave 1, 2, 3. So I think that as long as price stays above the 23, 38.2 fib, 50 fib zone, this is a wave 4, and we're looking for a push up for wave 5 up to 121.50, 122, 122.50, 122, 25 areas. Okay. Now, if it breaks through that 50 fib, of course, and the 20 MA zone, and these previous tops, and this trend line, well, then something else is going on. That might indicate the end of the wave 5 of 5, and in that case, we might be looking at a bigger downtrend. Specifically, the break below this 21 EMA zone, break, pullback, continuation, could indicate a bigger retracement, finally, right? So Until then, it's not happening yet. But of course, that doesn't mean it cannot happen in the last week of April. Let's see. But the key zone for that is the 21 EMA zone on the 4-hour chart. Break below that zone, flag, and continuation lower could indicate the retracement. Maybe not this week, but or the end of this week perhaps, or the start of next week, somewhere like that is a likely kind of timing, I think. All right, so 21 EMA is very well respected on this 4-hour chart. So price is moving again away from that 20 EMA zone. Flag and continuation higher is the main thing, I think, for the moment. Then with the next higher high, I do think that a bearish bounce could could happen and could indicate the end of this uptrend finally, and a bigger kind of ABC pattern down. Whether that is part of a B pattern, as I already mentioned, or whether that is perhaps a wave 1, 2 even of a larger uptrend is really irrelevant at this point, at least, because the main thing is that we're expecting a bull flag and up, followed by an ABC pattern in both cases. So it really doesn't matter which of those two is more likely. In both cases, it's up and then down, up, down. So we'll do an update about which of these two scenarios is more likely when it matters later on. For the moment, it's ABC down and then up again. That still seems likely. Okay, that's my 2 cents at least. That's how I see it. Yeah, specifically these bullish candles indicating to me on the weekly chart that even though we might get an ABC correction, definitely with these bullish candles in play, I'm expecting upside. Yeah, pretty strongly, maybe even like this, something like this, actually finishing kind of an ABC pattern like that, and then up for one more higher high. That seems likely with this impulse at this point. All right, let's move over to the pound USD. All right, pound USD didn't break to the upside here on the 21 EMA zone. Made some bounce, as you can see here, but ultimately breaking through the 21 EMA again for the second time and expanding the correction lower. So no clear break above the fractals on the 21 EMA zone. And so therefore, it could still be a wave 4 in theory, because it didn't go into the top of wave 1 here. But this is a very deep wave 4, very unlikely, or very unusual, I should say. So I'm leaning towards basically this being a wave A, 5 wave, this being ABC for wave B, and perhaps a downtrend on this. But it's a very choppy chart, and it's a very, I think, tricky chart, to be honest. Okay, we had a clear uptrend, 5-wave pattern here, probably finished like this, with 5 waves in wave 5, and I think we're looking at an ABC pattern like this, but certainly a bit choppy dance around the 21 EMA zone. And I think with the weak break above the 21 EMA zone, it's a little bit tricky chart, because it can really, look at these moving averages here, quite narrow at this moment. Price is really moving around it. I would lean towards, if price breaks through this 144 EMA for a break down to the previous bottoms like this at the very least. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. A bit of a wick there. So yeah, if it breaks above the 21 EMA zone, I would not trade it. I would rather wait for a flag on the hourly chart and a bounce. So I would use a bit more pragmatic approach. I think that the up or down is 50-50. I don't see any edge right here about price moving either up or down. It, I think, could easily do both, to be honest. And I think a break is needed. Break lower here, or break up, flag, and second break. That's my pragmatic approach for a higher high here. Or if it does break to the downside, then it could be likely a wave 3, 1, 2, 3, and if we see a bear flag, it could follow through with a 4-5. So this breakout could be interesting for downside because it could be a wave 3. Whereas if we get a break and push, it could be a wave 3 to the upside, or 3 or 5 to the upside of C. So otherwise, but the chance of price moving up or down, in my view, it's 50-50. I really don't have any particular favorite here, to be honest, of up or down based on the wave patterns or price swings. Okay, but yeah, a break above this resistance trend line and the 61.8 fib at 139 is already indicating that the upside is more likely. The flag pattern is an extra precaution, not to get caught in a false break, but should break and move higher once we do see a break. But generally, yeah, it's a tricky chart in my view. I'm not too happy with this euro pound dollar chart in general. That's my 2 cents. Check out, of course, our live webinars and live analysis in our Telegram channel, on our website, elitecurrency.com. Wish everyone great trading. Check out my SWAT course, SWAT ebook, if you want to find out more about my methods and ideas and strategies, concepts, and analysis, why I analyze it as I do, using the moving averages, fibs, and fractals. Wish everyone a great week, great April, and see you soon. Cheers.